Okay, I did a Reddit thread the other day where I was saying that a husband destroyed his own family by saying that his wife of 7 years baby trapped him. So she gave an update. This is her update. She says, overall, everything has settled a little bit. In good news, I had a scan with the doctor my mother in law intended with me, and the baby is happy and healthy. I finally found out the gender. I'm having a little girl. I'm over the moon. My mother in law was a gem. She was so touched that I had included her in the scan. She is very excited to be a granny. On that note, my mother in law organized a family lunch, blah, blah, blah. The brother in law was there. He apologized. He mumbled an apology. Now, let's scroll down. Next, my mother in law looked quite pointedly at my husband, but he actively avoided everyone's eyes. Eventually, she spoke up and announced that my husband would no longer be welcome to stay in their house. She said that she was ashamed to have her son behave like the way that he has, and she would prefer to make space for her granddaughter rather than to have a lowlife hanging around. My husband had opened his mouth to say something earlier, but his eyes lit up when she said granddaughter. My husband had always wanted a girl, and he was suddenly in tears, saying that he was so pleased to hear the gender. My husband suddenly wanted to touch my belly and asked if he could come home and paint the nursery. I told him no in no uncertain terms. He's not welcome back, and he had destroyed any trust that she had. I told him that if I took him back, I would be worried that he would disappear at any kind of big news, and I couldn't have someone that balked at the first chance. He asked me if I was telling us it was over, and she basically said yes, and he had the divorce papers delivered that Friday. My husband said, "That's not fair." He has shown a little bit of panic, and suddenly I'm throwing our life away and denying him his daughter. My father in law reminded him that this is the same baby he felt trapped by no more than 2 weeks ago. My husband said it was a mistake and he was stressed, but my mother in law asked him how he thought I felt. She asked him to imagine being so vulnerable and giving up your body to grow a family, and suddenly the person you trust is accusing you of terrible things. He said it was a mistake and he projected his fears onto me. I told my husband that I felt so broken when he left, and I had all these dreams of a beautiful family which came crashing down in an instant. My husband said he wanted those things with me and he wanted our baby girl, but he let the panic overwhelm him. Skip down a little bit, and all of this, and all of the times he told me he wanted me and our baby, he never once apologized properly. Ladies, I'm going to let you guys read this. So I'm going to scroll up so you guys can read the rest of this if you want. When a man shows you who he is, please take heed because it only gets worse. Sleep deprivation, stress, money, bills, all that, it gets worse as once the baby gets here. Y'all tell me what you think. Like, comment, subscribe.